don't need to have serger thread in this cart. Not sure if the cart's going to stay down here or not, but I definitely know I don't need the serger thread to be on the cart, regardless of whether it stays down here. So what I'm going to do is put it up there. I'm hoping that my serger cone threads will actually sit on any of these. Guys, I don't think that's going to work. I'd like this to be all thread, but I don't think it's going to work. But let me try something else. So I think I might be able to use this extra piece of a storage solution I have and just lean it. So I can use that part with these and put the serger cones on them. Hopefully it won't fall over because I have, well, I mean, it's going to fall this way anyway if it does, but I have that little basket behind it or something if I decide to move it. And my serger cone threads will fit on these with a slight incline so they don't fall off, which means that I can think about putting my sewing machine spools of thread on here. Yeah, I think that's gonna work. Excited. You can't fucking see me doing anything. How's that? Can you see that? Jesus. That took longer than it should, but I like the result. That's important, right? Okay, guys. You're on the chair right now. I cleaned off the table. I moved the books to where they belong. I need to deal with those machines, but I have to clean the table that I'm planning on putting them on. Actually, that's not true. I'm still figuring out what I'm doing. This portion needs, I need a cutting table, so that portion's probably going to stay a cutting table. However, I have an overabundance of machines by choice. This box is actually a cover stitch, so I'm thinking sergers and cover stitch should go over here, and then all of the actual sewing machines, so that's a serger, that's a serger, but the rest are sewing machines. Sewing machines can live over here, and again, this one is only temporary. My mom's going to be here in a month to take it. And then after messing with this and moving the machines around, this is basically a junk drawer, and I have to figure out what I want to do with it. So I'm going to do a video. After that, all of the bag making sewing stuff, I think I'm going to put in here and get rid of these shelves or use them in a different part of the house. So I'm going to mess with this next. These are 3 separate bears. I think I'm just going to toss the body that I started to make, as I don't like it. And then put the stuffing back. See my bags of stuffing? Just put the bag of stuffing underneath there so I can, you know, actually use the basket for my laundry. It'd be nice if I found another pair of those scissors. So this is the body that I'm just going to toss. These are the pattern pieces. The rest of the pattern pieces. Found a seam ripper. No scissors so far. This is the bag stuffing, but I need to unpick that and put stuffing in it before I deal with this. I didn't like this at all. I can save the ears though, they're fine. Can't miss the ears. This is fabric left over from Daddy Projects, which is actually, let me sort. I don't really have a good container for that right now. Hopefully it will end up in a bin on the shelf instead of in one of these containers. So right now I'm just going to put it back in since there is nothing else in here. It will go there. And I'm going to sort through this because there's some different projects in here. It's not all just Daddy fabric. This is a bow tie. I'm going to put it in the project idea just to look at it and see if it's something I might want to like make custom. Trash can, which is very close to needing to be emptied. This is actually a finished project. It's a shawl. Shawl. So what's going on the Christmas present bin? Shelf. Anything that I'm throwing in is Daddy fabric. I'm just doing a rough sort. These I used as a pattern for my niece, who this would almost be shorts on her at this point. She's definitely much taller than this. Let me see if I can repurpose this fabric, but it does not belong in that bin. It's a scrap now. It's not a pattern. This is actually a work dress, and it was big when I bought it, and I lost 40 pounds after I bought it, so I really like the color, but it kind of, I'm not going to put it on, but it kind of hangs on me. not in a flattering manner, so it's actually in my pile. It's actually in my alterations pile, which is probably what a lot of that is going to be. So we're going to fold it up, and it's going to go on the project shelf now. Same with this one. This one actually fits, and it fits well, and I like it. And I let someone shame me out of having the same comfortable clothing in different colors. So I got rid of a lot of the other colors, but I'm going to remake them because I think it's going to be a pretty easy design to replicate. It's got an elastic waist, and it's quite flattering on me. The one alteration I'll do is cover up the boobies a little bit because I need to bring it up so I'm not just showing everybody my stuff. So I'm going to use that as a pattern. Same with this shirt. I like this shirt, except I got a stain on it, but I can use it as a pattern. These didn't fit my niece, so I'm going to give them to the Buy Nothing group. They definitely won't fit her now. So I can't use them as a pattern. These are actually nice work pants, but I'm so short that they're kind of ankle pants on me, and I do not like that look on me. So they're in the alterations pile. Alterations and patterns is what's left in here. There's some lace that I bought to go at the bottom, so I need to find that and actually do this. The hat I was going to use as a pattern. These are my own stretch pants that I cut apart to use as a pattern. They were too big, so I needed to re-sew them anyway. But they were only too big by a little bit, so I didn't leave any seam allowance when I cut. So when I sew the pieces together, that they actually fit and look good on me. So this is a pattern piece, but it's also a project that needs to be put back together because, again, I find UFOs everywhere. You guys like how my Steeler shirts fit? My Steeler shirt fits? I do. I made this shirt using this as the pattern. I did change the neckline, and I put it together, but I didn't finish the edges because I didn't have a cover stitch. So now this is a UFO, and I can finish it using the cover stitch. My mother gave me these sleep pants probably in the late 90s, and they're very comfortable. They fit well, and I wore them until I rubbed a hole in them. And I don't know if you can see. Can you see it there? Like the fabric, it's threadbare, I think is what they call it at this point, because this was or is flannel, and it's a lot thicker at the bottom. So anyway, this is the pattern that I used for my sleep pants. And this is half a piece that I cut for myself. I can put these back on one of my babies. Or I can put the bottoms back on. I use these to make a pattern, which you can't see. I have my patterns, some of them hanging up over there. When I get to deal with that pile, I will make paper patterns so I can do whatever I need to with the actual fabric, since I now have a place to keep my patterns. Even long enough that I don't have to fold any of the pants patterns. So anyway, I can put this on one of the baby dolls that I have and stop using it as a pattern. The other half of the pants that no longer fit my niece. This is a part of a scrub pattern that I took apart for somebody that no longer needs scrubs. So I actually think the fabric is pretty, so I'm going to put it in the scrap fabric. The waistband to my stretch pants. And then this. You guys seeing a theme? I like to cut things apart instead of cutting out patterns. So this is the pattern that I used for, or pattern piece that I used to make stretch pants for one of my nieces. And she actually doesn't, or she likes stretch pants, she just doesn't like florals and would prefer solids, and I don't actually have that to sew for her. But her boyfriend loved the floral stretch pants and asked for more, so he'll get some for Christmas, and I'll continue to use this pattern. Have some strapping that can be put away. And another, I might have an idea for how to retool something that goes in the ideas pile. Strapping goes over here. Some memorabilia that can go up into the kids' room. Okay, so I just need to put my piles back where they belong. Scrap fabric. Scissors. Projects and patterns. This is all daddy fabric. I don't have a bin to put it in yet, so I'm just going to leave it in this bin, which I'm going to set inside this bin, which is empty. And when I get the bin, because it is fabric, it will go on my overflow fabric shelf. That's good. But for right now, it's going underneath the table. Trash can needs to be emptied. Actually, it doesn't. I just needed to pull it up. We can still put more in there. But I did find something in there that I forgot that I put there. Clear bins that I can sort into. So They are going to go into the empty bin container, as is 2 of these 3 empty bags, because I need bags for the trash can. Actually, all of them are going to go in there. See? More room. I missed it. Alright, y'all, I think that's going to be it for part 3. I have a whole bunch to micro-organize, which will be part 4. So until next time, peace out, homies.